How is Salat performed? Performing Salat is the second of 5 essential fundamentals of Islam. When a person has declared the kalimat ash-shahada, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu, that is, on the earth or in the sky, there is nothing nor anyone but Allahu Ta'ala who has the right to be worshipped and who is worthy of deifying, and Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam is Allahu Ta'ala's human creature and messenger. And they have embraced Islam. Performing Salat is fard, commanded upon them. Allahu Ta'ala orders any person that has attained Iman, belief in the essentials of Islam, to do this worship. In the Quran al-Karim, the 56th ayat of Surah Az-Zariyat purports, I created human beings and genies solely to worship me. Allahu Ta'ala orders so. The Salat is ordered by Allahu Ta'ala and is performed for His sake. Since the first human, who was also the first prophet, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Salat has always been performed up to now. For the communities of previous prophets, some of them have been ordered to perform Salat once in a day, and for some of them twice in a day. But for the community of our dear Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, in other words, us, performing Salat 5 times daily is fard. Our dear Prophet alayhi salam taught those who believed in him, that is, his companions, how to perform Salat by practicing it before them himself. As he practiced in all worships, Salat should also be performed as disclosed by our Prophet to his companions. He should study and learn these from the valuable books. The 5 times of Salat have designated durations. It is fard to know the duration and also to perform within that time. The 5 times of Salat are morning, noon, afternoon, evening, and night. One must make ablution, ritual washing for prayers and worships. One must know how to make ablution and the causes that break it. Taharat, purification from hadas, the state of being without abdest or ghusl, is the first fard of the Salat. When performing Salat, our clothing and the place of prayer should be clean, in other words, taharat from najasat. Substances which Islam prescribes as unclean is a fard. Males cover up in such a way that avrat parts, that is, intimate body parts of the body, are not distinguishable, and females, excluding face and hands, cover their whole body. This is called satri avrat. One must perform Salat on a plain cloth. Let us give the morning Salat with 2 rakats sunnah and 2 rakats fard as an example. One must face Qibla, the direction Muslims turn toward during worship. In other words, one must turn toward the direction of the Kaaba, the structure which Muslims pray toward, in the city of Makkah al-Mukarramah. The feet are parallel to each other at a width of 4 open fingers. We pass the intention through the heart, saying, I intend to perform the sunnah of today's morning prayer for the sake of Allahu Ta'ala. I have turned towards the Qibla. Hands are raised to the ears, with palms turned towards the Qibla. Tips of the thumbs lightly touch the earlobes, and takbir, Allahu Akbar, Allah Ta'ala is greatest, is said. While saying takbir of tahrima, The right hand clasps the left wrist, placed under the navel. Males surround the wrist with their thumbs and little finger, and the remaining fingers are placed over the left wrist. Females raise their hands up to their shoulders and place them over their chest. Right hand over the left hand, fingers closed. At Qiyamah, the eyes focus on the place of the sajda, prostrating. One must recite the Subhanaka prayer first, later the A'udhu and the Bismillah, and then the Fatih Surah, respectively. After the Fatih Surah, one must recite another surah such as Inna Atayna, that is, Surah Al-Kawthar. After that, while reciting Allahu Akbar, bow forward for the ruku. Cover the kneecaps with the hands. Males bow forward by 90 degrees, and their backs should be parallel to the ground. Females bend their knees slightly and bow forward a little. While standing, the eyes focus on the place of sajda. At ruku, the eyes focus on the feet. Say Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, purported as Glory to Allah Ta'ala the Greatest, minimum 3 times. While straightening up from the ruku, say Sami Allahu Liman Hamd, purported as Allah Ta'ala listens and responds to the one who praises him. When straightening up, stand exactly straight. Say Rabbana Lakal Hamd, purported as all praise be to Allah Ta'ala. Stand motionless briefly, then kneel down for the sajda, reciting Allahu Akbar. Bend the toes towards the Qibla. While kneeling down and moving back and forth for sajda, the feet must be kept in contact with the ground. Make sajda by placing the head between the hands while on the ground. Fingers should be closed. Palms must be placed on the ground. Elbows should not touch the ground. Males keep their elbows untouched to the ground, but females place them on the ground. Say, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, purported as, Glory to Allah Ta'ala, Most High, at least 3 times in the sajda. Afterwards, reciting Allahu Akbar, lay the top of the left foot flat on the ground with its toes pointing towards the right. The right foot should be in the tiptoe position with its toes pointing towards the Qibla. One sits on their thigh, places their palms on their knees, and leaves their fingers slightly open. Women sit by tawarruk, that is, they sit with their buttocks on the ground. Their thighs should be close to each other. Both feet should jut out from their right. They lay the top of the left foot on the ground and the inside of the right foot on the ground, with toes of both feet pointing towards the right. Reciting Allahu Akbar, repeat the sajda. Say Subhana Rabbiyal A'la at least 3 times in the sajda. After that, one stands up reciting Allahu Akbar. In the second rakat, one recites the Basmalah and then the Fatiha Surah. After that, one recites a surah such as Qul Huwallahu Ahad, that is, Ikhlas Surah. One makes ruku and sajda again as described for the first rakat. One recites the prayers Atiyatu, Allahumma Salli, Allahumma Barik, and Rabbana Atina, respectively. If performing the last rakat of a salat, this sitting is called Qada al-Akhirah. When you finish reciting, you perform the salam first to the right, then to the left, saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. After the salam, you say the certain prayer, Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam, tabarakta ya zal jalali wal ikram. Thus, you accomplish a 2 rakat salat. Tasbihs. After completing the Salat, you recite 3 complete istighfars. That is, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. May Allah Ta'ala forgive me. And then Ayat al-Kursi. After that, one repeats Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, 33 times each. Prayer. Following the tasbihs, one recites La ilaha illallahu wahdahu la sharika lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. While making supplications, dua, men lift up their forearms straight at chest level. Arms are not bent at the elbow. Palms are opened. They are turned towards the sky. Since the Qibla for Salat is the Kaaba, and for the supplication, the sky. When making supplications, females keep their arms touching their body and hands at the chest level. In the supplications, one asks for good wishes. After that, one recites the ayat Subhana Rabbika. Then, gently rubs their hands on their face.